Good morning and namaskar. Um, Today is Friday, February 25, 2011, and I'm talking with Mr. Tapan Baidya. Now tell me a little bit about yourself, your profession, where you went to school, where, you know.
My profession, now I'm a full-time musician, North Indian classical, Dhrupad, Dhamar, Khyal, Tumri.
You also have a school?
Yeah, I have the school name, Sadharang. It was when I was in Bangladesh, it was Sadharang Sangeet Samaroho. Now it is Sadharang Worldwide Music Center.
Okay.
And
where did you study?
I studied in Shantiniketan, Vishwabharati University.
Yeah, but you're basically from Bangladesh, but you went to study there. Yes. You went there for after high school, or you went there before high school?
No, after high school I did my intermediate in Chittagong.
Okay.
And then I got the Indian-Bangladesh scholarship.
Okay.
And by this, I went to the Shantiniketan from 76 to 82 I was there.
Oh, okay. So I visited when you were there.
Yeah.
I visited 3 times in that. In Chittagong, were you are originally from Chittagong?
My origination in
So what district? I'm sorry, sub-district. What village?
I born and brought up in Chittagong city.
Okay.
Badik building. It calls Gosaindenga. But our village, the rural village, is in Habilasdeep.
What is that?
Habilasdeep.
Habilasdeep.
Near to Kanungopara.
Oh, I see.
And the police station is Potia.
Potia. So how far is that from Chittagong city?
It is around 14 miles from Chittagong.
Oh, so how did you used to travel? By bus?
By bus, by train, we can go.
Well, there was train also, so it's going north towards Dhaka in that line?
Towards Cox's Bazar.
Oh, it was towards Cox's Bazar. I see, south.
South.
Okay.
But by train we have to walk around 4 or 5 miles. So we use bus. So taxis are there.
And then is it close to your bus road, or after that did you have to walk or whatever?
It's close to my bus road, but then after that we have to take the rickshaw.
I see.
And then we can go there.
So who was there in your village? Was there extended family?
My family's no member is living there.
Okay.
Yearly once or twice in the vacation time we.
Who used to live there?
My my uncles.
Okay.
And their family, they were living there.
So used to. How many brothers and sisters you have in the city?
We have 5 brothers.
Okay.
And 3 sisters.
So they are all settled near Chittagong?
They are all settled, but my elder sister, they are all in Chittagong.
They are all in Chittagong. Can you tell us a little bit about, is it a all Hindu village, a mixed village? Did you used to have puja and stuff like that in your village?
In the village, it is a Hindu-oriented village. And their puja was going there also, but generally I was not the regular witness of the puja, because every time I was outside the village.
But so you took part in Kanungo part, in your neighborhood in Chittagong?
In Chittagong and Gosaindenga, this is also Hindu-oriented. Now there are lots of Muslim families also there, and there also now there are several temples are there. Kali Puja temple, Vishnu temple, and so they are having pujas and everything.
Has there been any problem ever between the Hindus and non-Hindus there?
There are regular unnoticed problems, silence problems going on every
like
time.
What?
Every time, sometimes, but outside, if you look from the outside, it is not organized, but it is silently non-declared organized thing they are having. Suppose they are going to the mandir and breaking the statues
or deities.
and going, yes, and abusing the Hindus sometimes, the people.
How?
But they are also the Muslims, those who did this, they are also unorganized, but their courage and their talking like this is like that. They do not fear to do anything against
But
Hindus.
how could then Hindus couldn't fight back? Resist?
Because from the beginning, from around 15, 20, 30 years before also, they were not so much privileged by the law. So that's why when they wants to fight, then in the cause for the Muslims, the people organized, they made their group and comes to fight against them. And as because the law is not protected by these, so they are continuously frightened against them. So they either they got beaten or anything. So they do not go for the police station. But police station also says that if there is no petition against this thing, so how we can react?
So it's a sort of vicious cycle. I mean, Hindus are not even defending or kind of protest, even not given in writing. If somebody gave writing, do you think police would have taken action?
No, it doesn't react goes like this way.
Okay.
Everyone is silent.
Do you remember anything when in 1971 the independence came? Were you aware of the 71 struggle, liberation?
Yeah, during the time of 71 struggle, I was in Chirang Jeti, Kosandanga, and on 23rd of March, first shelling bombing happened in my area. It's a radio station oriented neighborhood. So the fighting was going on from the sheep to acquire the radio station, and the tank was running on our land, on our properties, and we left the place on 23rd.
Where did you go?
We went to the city, the center of the city, Nalapada it calls.
What name?
Nalapada.
Nalapada, yeah.
Nalapada in Chittagong, on the city, in one of my uncle's house, auntie's house. Then from there we went to our own village, Avilasdeep.
Okay, Avilasdeep. And you stayed there for entire
No,
liberation?
I stayed there for around 1.5 months. Then on March, April, around end of the April, I left my house, leaving our whole family. Then I went to the south, around it calls Harban, towards the way of Bandarban, near to the Bandarban. Then I went to Bandarban. Then from Bandarban again I came back. Through the Karangapara, I went to the I crossed Raujan, the south, north of Chittagong, the Raujan, and where the in that time the main leader Salahuddin Qadir Chaudhary was ruling that time in favor of the Pakistani government, and in that time there were big festival was going on by they are playing mics, sound systems, and cooking beef, and around hundreds of people gathered in a school there. I forgot the name, and there are lots of sharis, Punjabis, and Islami tupi was gathered there because they will distribute. I was there in the morning. So in the evening there will be festival there to they will make them Muslims, all the Hindus.
Trying to convert. It's a conversion festival.
Yes.
Oh.
So conversion festival, and the Gurgas of Salahuddin Qadir Chaudhary, they are surrounding, walking and enjoying everything.
They're forcibly converting people?
Yes, otherwise they will kill them.
Oh, I see.
Then this at the beginning of the liberation war.
Okay.
In that time, the Shanti Committee made.
Peace Committee meaning.
Peace Committee.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, in the one night I was there. Then next morning I left the place.
And where did you go?
Walking towards Agartala.
It's a long walk.
It's a long walk. It's around 24 hours work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
were you by yourself?
By myself with crowd.
Oh, the huge crowd going there.
Huge crowd was going there, and on the way there are some places where the Shanti Committee, Peace Committee peoples are gathering there, and they are checking everything there. If anything they got, they take it.
That means anything valuable. If they had anybody carrying any valuable, like ornaments and jewelry or little money or something like. Did you know what happened to those people who were being forcibly converted? Were they were able to return back to Hinduism? Or?
No, I did not see that particular festival.
No, but I'm saying, have you heard through whispering or other thing what happened to these people? Some of those people?
No, I didn't hear.
Okay. So, what happened to rest of your family?
Then they were in our village. Then I left and I went to Agartala.
And what about your mother and father, your parents and brothers?
They were in our
for the
village.
Entire period till liberation?
No, then I went to I came to Calcutta.
How old were you then? Approximately?
In that time
school?
I'll be
around which
20
class?
years.
Oh, okay, so you're young adult. But were you in touch with your family as you were working?
And I was attached with my family after 7-8 months in around October.
Where?
They were in that time they were in Assam.
Oh.
So before that I did not know.
How did you know that they were in Assam?
Because in that time I was attached with Shadin Bangla Betar Kendra also.
Oh, I see.
I was attached with I forgot everything. Dipen Bandyopadhyay opened a Shadin Bangla Sahayak Samiti.
Okay, it's independent Bangladesh your transmission organization or radio organization and helping
and other things.
Okay.
It was their rehearsal room was in Wellington Square.
Okay.
And we were doing rehearsal and singing.
Okay.
And preparing songs and everything. And we were doing like this. And then when I heard in October my father and mother is there, then I left Calcutta and I met with them.
Oh, okay. What place in Assam? Do you remember?
I forgot.
Okay.
Is Tapan Baidya?
Okay, but there's so many villages and other places. Were they in a refugee camp or they were with your family?
No, my father was a homeopathic doctor. He was doing his practice also there. He was staying. They were staying in like refugee house. Very simple house.
Okay. Was there? Did you know if anybody was affected by that? Did you know anybody killed during and after liberation within your immediate family? Do you know a Hindu affected Buddhist?
There is no person in my immediate family was killed at that time. I do not know.
Your property was okay when they came back?
Yeah, property was okay also. Property was okay.
Yeah. So when you came back, you were able to come back to your parents were able to come back to their profession or regular life cycle per se.
Regular life cycle, but everything was damaged. There was nothing except land.
Oh.
Except there was no property, nothing, no houses, nothing.
It was torched. It was burned down or
burned. Everything burned down.
By
who burned? We didn't see.
Yeah. And that happened to just not you, but other Hindu families too?
Every Hindu families, and if they're the Muslim families, there was no houses, nothing.
In your village or in your Gosaipada?
In Gosaindenga.
Gosaidanga.
Yes.
And the village was safe? You don't know, of course, you didn't go that far.
Yeah.
Village was intact?
I don't know.
Okay. So then you studied in Chittagong, and then you went to Shantiniketan, and you studied there. So when did you come to the United States?
I came in 92.
92. And since then you're living in Queens, I know, right? Do you know that do you think or how would people be able to stay in Bangladesh, particularly Hindus, families like you? What situation needs to be done so that all the families can live peacefully?
That's a very complex situation because generally, because the leaders are progressives, the Amilic leaders, they are progressive, but somehow they are very silent what the administration going on and set up. They do not interrupt their administration, but they are telling that, oh, okay, so you are also Bangladeshi or Bengali, so you fight yourself. But so we can fight ourselves, but there should be assistance from the law, the regular law, protected by the law. There should be, and if you know that some problem or law and condition might happen, so before that government should take precaution that it might happen.
Yeah.
Or permanently there should be law has to be made that it cannot be anyway, it cannot be encouraged by the majority people.
Yeah. Did the present Mahamali government say they're going to bring back 1972 secular constitution? But what I read now...
That I do not know. I don't know what they will do.
But that I just saw that they're saying they will keep the state, Islam as a state religion.
At least they are saying.
But the new constitution, they're saying that they will not, it will be state religion, it would remain as Islam, then Islamic verses would be included there. So those kinds of things are happening. So why do you think they're saying one thing but doing another thing?
I am not related with this thing, first thing. Second thing is that the continuous process was happened like that way. I cannot find any question and answer to go around this thing.
Yeah, but tell me then why, for example, tens of millions of Hindus have fled, lost from Bangladesh, but not from West Bengal. Muslims are not lost. It's the same Bengali society. One is a Hindu majority, the other one is a Muslim majority. From Bangladesh, people are vanishing, but from West Bengal, it is not. So why? What do you think is behind?
It is a silent migration going on because the mentality is set up for the Hindus.
They are going just because for fun, or do you think there is those you mentioned of course before
mentality is set up. First thing is that for the Muslims, for the total nation, the security system, security safety is a regular problem in Bangladesh.
Even now.
First thing, yeah. So second thing is that, and for the Hindus, this system is added from the from 20-30 years before. It's might be cause for the political leadership for Muslim League and all of those things. But anyway, the situation is set up for the Hindus' mind that they will not get any particular assistance from the regular surroundings, means neighborhood, from the majority people. So, and by by heredity they lost their property, lost their everything. And if I know there are Hindu, lots of families, if they lost one television now, they cannot buy second ones.
Yes, so poor.
So poor. So if and there is no system to go with them and giving them something to survive.
So,
but these days there are some people, they are upgraded their mind, especially the young majority people. They are not just in counting who is Hindu, who is Muslim. But the situation, the law and order situation has to be that way that will protect the minority people. Suppose in America, the domestic violence is a main problem, but if any woman goes to the law comes
to
1, 2, 3, there's no choice, no tolerance, zero tolerance. So that should come out in Bangladesh is very much necessary.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
And in 1992, when I was coming in America, before that, I left country for one of the main reason is that in that time, in 1992, my son's 1 month celebration of, we call it hair cutting.
Yeah.
Cutting. So I was in Dhaka, I was going with my family, my mother with me also, my family, I was going to Dhakeshwari Mandir. And I was seeing that the whole Dhakeshwari Mandir was crowded with the BDR.
BDR means rifles.
Yeah, Bangladesh rifles.
Yeah.
At that time the ISPaD government was in the, and then, so, in that time the Babri Masjid problem was happening there. So the Muslims, they are marching with slogan and this thing, they are coming towards the Mandir. And before that I have finished my celebration and I was coming back. So when I backed and I left 1 or 3, 4 blocks, then the Dhaka New Market is there. So I'm seeing that they fired the Mandir.
Yeah, it was completely destroyed.
Yeah, they fired the Mandir. And
they set the Mandir on fire, the temple on fire.
Yes, then I think so, and I came back, and I was a renowned classical musician also, so there are lots of students from the Muslims. They are very powerful also in Bangladesh. So they were coming to me, calling me to give me protection, that we are here and we are sending car for you and just come with the family. This is so that is good thing. They are trying to save me. But in the other hand, from Shakhari Bazar, the Hindus, the students, they are calling me, Dada, what should I do now? Because the people are looting. So these two opposite things was hitting me. Because I am renowned man, so
you're getting protection.
I'm getting protected by them. And my other students, they are also Hindu, they are also Bengali. Why they are not protected?
Yeah.
And another question is that I am Bengali also. Those who are protecting me, they are Bengali also. Why those Bengali will protect me?
Yeah, sure. You have the full right to be. Shouldn't need a protection, right?
Yeah. Why they will protect me? But they are doing their humanitarian job also. I do not regret that. But this question is continuously, I was very sad in that day. And I was secular from the beginning also. And that day when I was leaving for the America, I had a television program. So I made a bandish there, the composition of Tarana. I called it secular Tarana. People are, then I'm composing. That day there was, raining was going on. I was very sad. So I was making a secular Tarana. So why the people are fighting for this? So go to the 17th and go peaceful life, live the peaceful life. Then I was thinking that if, like me, one or several Hindus are protected by the this powerful people, but I should not leave this place anymore, because in that time, so I need to be a powerful man also.
Yeah.
And so I'll fight anyway by staying outside the country also. And another thing is that the field of my classical thing was not ready to achieve me, to accept me there. So to nourish myself also, develop my creative capacity also, I need to find a different productive place. That's why I leave the country.
Yeah, but do you think America is, in a sense, more productive than Bangladesh? Because that's your culture, you know. Everybody is speaking the language.
Yeah, I'm going. I did my 5 hours non-stop, world's longest performance in one sitting in North Indian classical. I have started from Bangladesh.
Yes.
Because I love my Bangladesh.
Yes.
And I want to keep Bangladesh uprising in classical, because so that's my patriotism.
Sure.
And otherwise I can do it more precisely, more widely in America.
Yeah.
And my next target that I will go to Central Park and I will do that longest performance to uprising the Bangladesh prestige.
We will be with you.
Yeah, that's my thing inside.
One few last question actually. What would you prescribe to be done for Hindus and Muslims to live with equal respect? Can they live?
I think in Bangladesh, main thing, the effect of this situation came from the politics and elites and non-educated people.
So then both, educated and non-educated, both. It came from both.
So the Hindus are suffering mainly, but the Muslims are also there in suffering.
Yeah, but
suffer because the people now international in global politics, the elite and corrupted people, the educated corrupted people, like the professors of the institutions, educationalists, they are very corrupted. So and in this corruption, the Hindus are also amalgamated. So totally the society is corrupted. And already for the Hindus, the rules and regulations, silent oppressions is going on. So it's added with this.
Okay.
So I do not know what is the first thing has to be developed. That's the educational thing, and it has to come out from the ground.
But then again, we just mentioned the contradiction. The educated people are also doing these things.
Yes,
because they are the leaders. They are the.
In Bangladesh, the main problem is the educated persons.
Okay.
All the non-educated persons, those who are the farmers, they do not have anything. But the educated persons, they are holding all the business. Those who are the professor of the institution, educational institution, they are doing the business. So they have talent, they have intelligence, they are clever, they knows the technique. So they are doing everything corruption in Bangladesh.
So now when in New York, when you teach, do you have Hindu, Muslim, Bengali, non-Bengali, American, all kinds of students?
I have all kinds of students.
Okay. Do you are able to attract Bengali Muslims too?
Yeah, Bengali Muslims are coming.
Because I've seen your students performing. Large number of them are quite
Muslims,
a large Muslims. Yes. So you have been you're one of the really role models to bring people together.
Yes, and I do not care. What they mean for, what they say against me and behind me.
That's okay.
But I go with the general humanity and greater, glorious mentally to prepare their mind. Because anyway I have to stay, I want to stay with Bangladesh. I will stay with Bangladesh. So I have to clarify and purify my surroundings. Yes.
Is there anything else you'd like to say that I didn't ask? I forgot to ask you. Or is there anything else that you'd like to say before we close? Is there any other comment you want to make?
There should be very clear protective word for the Hindus, and they should come out from the government by the law.
Okay.
And it will not be purified or soluble with what we did before for the Hindus. The present law should be built up to protect the minorities, not the question of Hindus, not the question of the hill tract people. For all the people, there should be humanitarian education, that everybody has to be respect the minorities.
Very good.
There will be a big hand, upper hand for the minorities. There should be.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.
Thank you too.